Welcome everyone to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be doing another myth busting. So in today's myth busting video, I'm going to bust the myth that it will take 90 days for you to completely replace a habit or to step into a new one, to solidify, to change your behaviors, to change your outlook, whatever it is. There is this phenomenon out there that if you do something every day for 3 months, and that's this magic number, that you are going to be fine. That habit is going to be concrete, instilled into you. And I'm here to tell you that that is a myth. So why is this idea of instilling a habit for 90 days a lie? Well, the reason why this is a lie is because I've put this to the test with multiple different things. Working out, quitting cigarettes, quitting alcohol, just for a few examples. And I know that I was doing those things for more than 3 months at a time, every single day, and yet something happened and I still managed to fall off of my horse. I know that a lot of people have done this. So why does this happen? So the reason why this happens is because our brain is in this habit, and Lord knows how long you've been in this habit for. So I know for me, when it came to smoking cigarettes, I was in this habit for more than 10 years. For me with drinking, I was in that habit for more than 10 years. And for me with working out, I spent, the majority of my life, probably 26 years, not working out on a consistent basis. So these habits that I've been in have been there for an extremely long time. And it's going to take more than just 3 months of doing something different in order for it to be successful. Another reason being is because of limiting beliefs. You can start a new habit, you can start a new habit. You're allowed. You can totally do that. But unless you start working on your inner self, on your thoughts, on your beliefs, then those habits will not stay put. Your inner critic's going to pop in. She's going to bitch at you a little bit. She's going to tell you what you're doing is wrong, and we want to go back to our comfort zone where your inner critic is the most comfortable. So unless you start working through those thoughts and those beliefs, then chances are when life happens, when shit hits the fan, you're probably going to revert back. So that's the thing, right? You can have this new habit and you can do so well with it for months. But as soon as a challenge, an obstacle, a life-altering event occurs, you are more than likely, just like I have, are going to fall off. So as I stated before, I can remember off the top of my head, I like to do these things unscripted. Off the top of my head, I can know of 3 examples as to when this whole 3-month doing XYZ will mean that it's solidified in you. And like I said, so working out. I know that in 2020, I started working out. I worked out every day for more than a year. And then my back gave out. So I couldn't even work out for 6 months. I couldn't move for 6 months. So then getting back into the habit, I could tell you that was back in 2021, and it is now 2023, and I'm still not doing it every day like I should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's an example. Another example is quitting smoking. I can tell you, so I've quit smoking. I started smoking when I was like 13, 14. I know the first time I tried quitting smoking, I was 18. I'm 29 now, and I'm trying again. And then the other example I have is actually eating 3 meals a day. So if you've watched any of my personal story videos, you know that it's not that I have an eating disorder. It's not even that. I love food. I feel like it has so many different background reasons for it, but I don't eat well. And what I mean by that is I have a hard time eating the proper amount of calories every single day. I am one of those people that functions off of 1,200 calories. This is not okay. This is not normal. And it does have repercussions on me and my body. So don't do it just because I can. So I lived the majority of my life not eating breakfast, the majority of my life having a very small lunch. Even if I had a lunch, usually my bigger meals would be in the evening, and then I would munch in the evening as well. So it's taken me, again, since COVID, the beginning of COVID for me was the beginning of a lot of things for me, obviously having the time and space to do so. So COVID was when I was like, okay, let's start eating breakfast and having lunch every day. And like, let me tell you, when your stomach isn't used to like having so much food, it's hard to be consistent. But I can tell you now, I 95% of the time will eat breakfast. So like before noon. So like that's yay me. So there's like 3 examples that I have of like why I know it is going to take more than you just simply doing that new habit for 3 months and then it being a-okay. There's so much more behind it that needs to occur in order for that habit to stay consistent. So then what would you say is my personal opinion on this? I actually think that if you are diligent, consistent, track whatever, your new habit for a whole year. I know that's a lot, but we're talking about your whole life now, okay? So a year of your whole life being really diligent on this new habit that you're trying to instill. And the reason being is because then you went through the whole entire 365-day calendar with this new habit. It means you would have gone through every holiday, every hiccup, okay, every situation, and still had that new habit integrated into your life. So you're going to be more prepared to continue it moving forward. I'm going to give you guys a few tips on how you can start solidifying your new habits. So definitely tip number 1 for your habits is starting simple. Start simple, start small. So if you, like I said in another video, if you want to start working out, like your big dream is to be that kind of person that works out every day or like moves their body intentionally every day. Because like guys, working out hardcore 7 days a week is not healthy for you. So let's say you have this vision of being the type of person that like moves their body every single day, but right now you spend every single day on the couch. I'm guilty of this, so like don't be ashamed. If that's you, then instead of being like, I'm gonna go hard every single day, 7 days a week for a minimum of 30 minutes, I'm gonna move my body. No, don't do that. Don't do that, you will fail. And then when you fail, you're gonna feel like shit, and then you're not gonna continue to do so. So start simple, start small. Maybe instead of 7 days a week, you can start with even 3 days a week, 10 minutes a day. Do that for a month. Make sure you're consistent and like check. Oh yeah, I did it. And then celebrate yourself because you fucking did it. And then amp it up. So this is, again, really what I do, what I have done with clients in the past, with children with special needs, is you always start small and you work your way up. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is finding a trigger or habit stacking. It's kind of like the same thing. Is there something that you already autopilot, habitually do every single day that you can stack this new habit on top? So for an example, I know that as soon as I wake up every single morning, I need to go to the bathroom right away and go pee and brush my teeth and wash my face. So as soon as I'm done those 3 things, I immediately walk over to my workout area. It's like I don't even allow myself to think otherwise. So that's an idea. And then tip number 3 for solidifying your new habits is actually to write them down. Put that written note somewhere you're going to look at it every single day. So an example is your closet, on your bathroom mirror, on your front door, on your kitchen fridge. Maybe put them on all of those places because why the fuck not? And then tip number 4 kind of coincide with tip number 3 because not only do I want you to write them down, but I want you to track. So if this even means just putting a check mark on a piece of paper and just like write January, check every single time you do it. February, check every single time you do it. So that way you have visual proof of your progress. This will help you. As someone with ADHD, I'm promising you that tracking this shit will help you, and it will help you identify areas of places you could work on, and also the fact that you're trying and you're doing really well. Maybe in January you did it for 15 days, in February you did it for 20, in March you did it for 16, but then in April you did it for 25. Like, you will be able to see like how you're progressing. And for me, for me, I know I need to work out more. So as long as that number keeps climbing better than 0, which is what my baseline is, then I know I'm doing good. Whereas if I'm trying to like decrease something, so for an example, my cigarette story, I remembered that I smoke typically 400 cigarettes in a month. So if that number is lower at all, then I know I'm doing good too. So that's actually kind of another thing. Maybe take a look at your baseline, how often or how not often you're doing those things already. And that's your baseline. So then you know when you're tracking, you know if you're doing better or not. So that's going to be it for me today. That's my myth busting video. Don't succumb to this idea that just because you do something every single day for 3 months, that it's automatically concrete in a part of your identity, because this is not true. Please make sure to like, subscribe, check out the links in my bio. I am open to one-to-one coaching, and I will see you guys next time.